In today's video, we're going to be playing a mono red midrange deck that is brewed up by M. Hayashi. When looking at this list, it is much different than the Obosh variant. It has Urza Saga in the deck, Demolition Field, Field of Ruin, and Cleansing Wildfire. While the game plan is somewhat similar, the way it's done is a lot different. Instead of locking your opponent out with Blood Moon, we're trying to lock them out by destroying all of their lands. So we're going to be taking this sweet brew and absolutely wrecking the modern format with it. Match 1, we are on the draw, and our start hand's a little too slow, so this hand's fine. We will put back a mountain. Opponent goes turn 1 island into a preordain. We find a turn 1 desk. We will play out our den, and we'll actually just hold up bold here. Opponent plays out a Misty. We top deck another den. We will play out our desk into a Den of the Bugbear. Looks like we're up against a blue-black Bowmasters list, and we'll just go for a bolt on the Bowmasters now. Opponent plays out a Shipwreck Marsh, attacks in for 1. We top deck a mountain. This is risky, but we will fire off a Cleansing Wildfire on their Watery Grave, which picks them up an island. Then we'll play out a field. They fire off a preordain. Then they play out a Shipwreck Marsh and attack in for 1. On the end step, we will pop our desk and we will exile a stone. We find a mountain. We will fire off our Field of the Rune, and in response, they cycle a Worm Revealed, and we'll pick up a mountain. They find a swamp, and we will play out our stone into an Urza Saga. Opponent plays another island and attacks in for 1. We draw a Flame Slash. We will play out a field and pass. Opponent shocks in a Watery Grave and attacks in. We will fire off a Field of Rune, destroying their Watery Grave, and we will pick up our forest. And on the end step, we will make a construct. Another field for us. We will make a construct. I guess a research desk. We'll attack in for 4, and that meets a fatal push. So let's play out a Field of Ruin, passing back. And on our end step, they flash to Bowmasters. Opponent plays out a Manamu, passing back. We will pop a Field of Ruin on their Manamu, and they finally don't have a land to find. Let's go. And still on the end step, we will pop our desk, and we'll pick up a Field of Ruin. Ooh, Fury off the top. Let's play out our field. Go for a Flame Slash on the Bowmasters. Then we will attack in with a construct, and they do take the trade here. So let's hit their land here. Then we will play out a Spyro, and that does mean a counterspell. An opponent does have a One Ring. Then they cycle a Lorn Revealed, picking up a Watery Grave. We top deck a field. We will start unearthing a research desk, pop it, trying to find a Haywire Might, Bolt, and Fury. Oh, these both kind of suck. Then we'll play a Demolition Field, destroy their Watery Grave, picking up a mountain, and we'll just hold up stone. They activate the One Ring, drawing 2, playing out a Preordain. Oh, and I didn't realize I can still play this Bolt, so that wasn't that bad. On the end step, we will bolt the opponent. Cleansing Wildfire off the top, we will fire that off on their swamp, and they play a Snapcaster in response, targeting a counterspell. I guess we'll pop the stone in response, and they do have a counterspell for this. So we will exile our other desk here, pop it right away, finding 2 Unholy Heats. We will play out a Saga. Opponent's down to 9. They play out a Delta, draw 3. Nothing else from them. Top deck another Fury. So we will play out a Fury, which meets an Archmage's Charm. So then we will play out a Mountain, Unholy Heat the Snapcaster Mage, and hold up Saga activations. And on our end step, they flash in a third Bowmasters, and they fail to find with their Polluter Delta. Opponent plays out a Preordain. Then they draw 4 off the One Ring, up to 9 cards in hand. Playing a tap Darkslick Shores into a Murktide. So they're going to have to deal with this One Ring being on the battlefield here. And on the end step, we will make a construct, and we find a Spikefield Hazard. So let's float a mana off Saga, pick up a research desk, play out our mountain, go to activate a den, then we will activate another den, go into combat, and they go to push a den, so we will Spikefield Hazard the face, and that means they're at 4. Let's go. And I guess we'll just pass back. Okay, they activate the One Ring, drawing 5 in response. No way they have life gain. Wait, I don't know how this works. They're auto-warring back their One Ring. Okay, they still lose 5. Whew. Okay, let's go. Let's go on to sideboarding. We're going to take out 4 Flame Slashes and 2 Stones for Pithy Needle, Haywire Might, 2 Geomancer's Gambits, and 2 Cast into Fire. Game 2, we are on the draw, and our hand is fine. Opponent goes turn 1 Watery Grave into a Preordain. We find a third Heat. We'll go turn 1 Den. Opponent plays a Drowned Catacomb. We'll play out our field into the stone. And on the end step, they cycle Lorn Revealed. They shock in the Watery Grave, playing out a Preordain. Another Haywire Might for us. We will play out a Cleansing Wildfire, taking out one of the graves. And that meets a Flusterstorm. Interesting. Opponent fetch shocks in a Watery Grave, playing out a Shieldred. And we draw a Spyro, losing 2. I guess we're playing our Spyro out here. Doesn't seem fun. We'll discard an Unholy Heat and a Haywire Might. Still not finding a land, unfortunate. Opponent plays out a polluted delta, then casting a charm, drawing 2 and gaining 4. Then fetching an island, attacking for 4. Ooh, Fury. We will attack in with the team, then go for Unholy Heat on the Shieldred, which does meet a counter spell. So then we will cast another Heat, killing the Shieldred. Oh my god. What is this blasphemy? Okay. Well, we will play out a Haywire Mite as a blocker. Then opponent plays an EE out on 1, popping it right away. We gain 2, and we are down to 4 on our upkeep. Please give me a red card. That is a very, very good red card. All right. Unholy Heat. Let's go. Then we will attack in. They have a Fatal Push for Spyro. Attack in for 2. Then play out a Stone. Opponent plays out a Torpid. We top deck a Lightning Bolt. We'll attack in for 2. And nothing from the opponent, so we'll fire off a Field Rune on the Creeping Tar Pit. And still in the upkeep, we will Bolt Face. They're down to 8. Another land. We will attack in for 2, play Mountain, and hold up our Stone. On opponent's end step, we will pop the Stone, finding a Saga, and then we will fire off a Stomp at the face. That does meet a counterspell. And we're going to go for activating Din here. If they don't have a Fatal Push, the game is over. And they do have a Fatal Push, so we'll just attack in for 2. And opponent has a One Ring. They play out a Shipwreck Marsh. Ooh, Cleansing Wildfire. I think Spyro is better here, so let's play that out. Ooh, okay. And then we have a Saga into a Research Desk, and we cannot attack because they have protection. When it activates One Ring, drawing 2 into another One Ring. Okay, they're still alive. Drawing another card. We top deck a Fielder Rune. We will float a mana off our Saga, picking up a Pithy Needle, naming the One Ring. Then we will crack our desk. Ooh, Bolt. Okay, we will take that. That means we can try and bolt them in the upkeep. In our opponent's upkeep, we will try and bolt them. And that does meet a counterspell. Opponent draws 2 with Archmage's Charm. And then they scoop it up. Let's get on to match number 2. Match 2, we are on the draw, and our hand looks quite strong. Opponent goes turn 1 Forest into a Halfling. We top deck a Bolt. We will go Mountain into an Unholy Heat on the Halfling. Opponent plays out a Windswept Heath. We top deck a land. We will play that out. Play a Dusk. Opponent plays out Tap Triumph. We draw a Flame Slash, and we will play out a Spyro. And we'll discard a Flame Slash and a Lightning Bolt. Opponent plays out a Misty into another Halfling. We found a land. We will play that out. Fire off a Bolt on the Halfling. Then attack in for 4. Then fire off a Demolition Field on their Endotha Triumph. Opponent shocks in a Breeding Pool, and then plays out a Fury. And on the end step, we will pop our Dusk, and we'll take the Mountain over the Bone Crusher. Another Flame Slash for us. We will play out a Mountain, Flame Slash the Fury, play out our Dusk, and pass back. Opponent plays a Heath, and on the end step, we'll crack our Desk. Guess I'd rather the Shadow Spear here. Another land for us. We will play out our Shadow Spear into a Field Rune, holding up our Spyro. On the end step, they flash into Solitude. Opponent attacks in for 3, will not block or kill it. And then they play out an Elishnorn. So on the end step, we will activate our Spyro from the yard. Spikefield has just a fine draw. We will attack in for 2. No blocks from the opponent. So we will Unholy Heat the Elishnorn into a Spikefield Hazard. Then we will Flame Slash the Solitude, and we'll pass back. On their upkeep, we will activate Field, taking down their Triumph, and we'll pick up our Forest. It fetches out a Sacred Foundry, playing out a Fury, killing our Elementals, into a Delighted Halfling. Cleansing Wildfire is not bad. We will fire that off on their red-white source, finding a Demolition Field, which we will play out, take out their other red source. Let's go. No more lands for the opponent. Then we will activate a Research Desk, and then go to our end step, which before this leaves, we will activate it. And we'll pick up a Desk. Opponent plays out a Teferi, attacking in for 7, taking up with Teferi. Flame Slash is a great draw. We will lead on a Desk, and we will crack it. Oh, I guess we'll take the Fury here. Then we will play that out, killing their Fury and dealing 1 to their Teferi. Opponent casts out a Late Line Binding, taking out our Fury. Then they tick up with their Teferi, attacking in for 1. Saga is a great draw. We will lead on a Desk, cracking it right away. Yes, we will take the Spyro. So then we will Flame Slash the Halfling, play out our Saga, then cast the Spyro. We even get a Unholy Heat, so we'll kill our Teferi. And opponent scoops it up. Let's get on to sideboarding. We're going to take out 4 stones and 2 bolts for 2 gambits, a Haywire Mite, and 3 cast into fires. Game 2 was one of the longest games I've ever played. Basically, what ended up happening is we made it so they could never win the game. They ended up decking out and still not being able to beat us. And we just, they couldn't do anything. They drew their deck. They decked out. It was quite a ridiculous game, but it was so boring. So let's just get on to match number 3. Match 3, we are on the play, and hand looks quite good. We'll lead on turn 1 Den into a stone. Opponent goes turn 1 Shocking and a Steam Vents. We find a Demolition Field. We'll play at our Den, holding up Bolt and Unholy Heat. And on our end step, they consider banning a Ragavan. Opponent shocks in a Steam Vents, playing out a DRC. Then casts out a Bobble, surveilling. And they bobble us, so then we will bolt their DRC. We top deck a field. We will play that out and pass to the opponent. And on our end step, they consider. Opponent plays out a Flooded Strand, and on the end step, we will pop our Field Rune. We top deck another stone. We will play out our Demolition Field, passing back. Opponent shocks in a Steam Vents into a Murktide. So on the end step, we will pop their Steam Vents, and then we will also pop our stone, exile in their yard, another Flame Slash for us, and another stone. Interesting draws. Guess we will double Flame Slash the Merc, and the second one they counterspell. So that means the third one will resolve, and we'll hold up Unholy Heat just to dodge Ragavan. Opponent fires off an EI. They exile a Bolt, bolting us, and play out an Islet. We find a Research Desk. We will play that, popping the desk, finding 2 more Research Desks, so we will play that out. And I would really like to find a land here. I guess Saga is better than Demolition Field, and then we'll play out a stone. And on the end step, they do crack their Islet, and no land drop from the opponent. We find a mountain. We shall play that out, passing back. And end step, they flash into Subtlety. They attack in for 3, and on the end step, we'll make a Saga. And still on the end step, let's pop our stone, getting rid of their yard. Ooh, another Saga. We find a Spyro. We will make a Construct, and we'll pick up a Haywire Might. Then we'll play out another Saga, playing out our stone. Then we'll attack in for 4, which meets an Otawara. Interesting. Wow, still no land from the opponent. They attack in for 3, and they bolt our Construct, playing out a Bobble. And on the end step, we'll fire up an Unholy Heat on the Subtlety, which meets a counter spell, and then we will pop the stone, exile in their yard again. Pick up another Spyro. We love this card, don't we? We will play it out, then play out a Spyro, hoping we find a land. And we do. We might as well poke in for 1 as well. Attacks in for another 3, and we'll make a Construct, which meets a Bolt. Ooh, Flame Slash is a good one. We will activate Saga, pick up Shadow Spear, fire off a Flame Slash on the Subtlety, which meets a Force. So then we will equip our Shadow Spear to the Spyro, attack in for 5. And I guess if this is that important, we might as well Unholy Heat this now. They cast out an EI, then they play out a Ledger Shredder, and they scoop it up. Let's get on to sideboarding. For sideboarding, we're going to take out Haywire Might and a Forest for 2 Blast Zones. Game 2, our starting hand is a little land light, but we'll keep. Opponent goes turn 1 Tarn, we draw a land, and then we'll go turn 1 Dusk. Opponent plays out Canal, we draw another land. We are so good at this game. We'll play our Mountain, and we'll fire off a Wildfire on their Spire Bluff. And they fetch out a Steam Vents, and this resolves, drawing us a Spyro. We top deck a Blast Zone, we will play at our field. Opponent plays out an EI, exiling a Delta and playing it out, then playing out a Bobble. So on the end step, we will pop their Steam Vents, and still on the end step, they Mistress Bobble themselves, fetching it away, and we will pop our desk. Ooh, Cleansing Wildfire? Don't mind if we do. We'll fire that off after playing the Saga. Let's play around Spell Pierce if we can, and we'll target their Steam Vents, and that does meet a counterspell. Look at us, we're doing things. Let's play at a desk. Opponent plays out another EI. The Exile Consider, playing it out into an Otawara, and on the end step, we will pop the desk. I actually think I want the mountain here. Ooh, Demolition Field. Gosh, that's too enticing. Let's play it out and pop the red source, and they do float a red mana. Oh, they have a 3rd island. Blah. All right, play out mountain. Go. Opponent fires up a Preordain. Then they play out a Scalding Tarn, fetch Shocking for a Steam Vents, dashing out a Ragavan, and yeah, we will make a Construct to try and block. Yikes, that meets an Unholy Heat, and they take a Demolition Field. No! Flame Slash for us, or make a Construct off the Saga. I guess we'll pick up a stone, play out Blast Zone, and I actually think I'm going to pop the stone now, exile in their yard. Another Wildfire, don't mind if we do. Opponent cast out a Fury. Nothing else, so in step, let's Unholy Heat this. Aha, look at this, baiting on a counterspell. Wait a moment. All right, I think this is better. Let's hit their Steam Vents. Let's see if they have any basics left. Oh, they don't. And we even find a Demolition Field, so let's use that to take out the Steam Vents. Meehee, this deck's so fun, but so mean, and then we'll Flame Slash the Fury. Nice Ragavan in hand, opponent. No, what a luck sack. Oh, let's see. 3, 4 Steam Vents gone. This doesn't even fetch a red source anyways. Whatever, who cares? Let's Cleansing Wildfire an island, and they float a mana. Ooh, another Spyro. Let's play that out. And they scoop it up. Let's get on to match number 4. Match number 4, we are on the play, and our starting hand is a little too weak here, so we'll mull. And our 6 looks much better. We will keep it, putting back a Flame Slash. We'll lead on turn 1 Den into a stone. Oh my god, are we finally up against Scam with a turn 1 stone? I think we are. This is awesome. And a Cleansing Wildfire, we will play our Saga and then cast a Cleansing Wildfire on their Blackleaf Cliffs, which finds a swamp. An opponent goes to clean up, discarding a Fable. Oh, this is definitely turn 1 Scam, and Stone is just absolutely blanking their entire deck. We will play out a Mountain, and and hold up Saga. They play out a Bloodstained Mire. We will activate Saga. We top deck a field. We will make another construct, and we will pick up a research desk, play out a mountain, and attack in for 4. And before we deal damage, they fetch shock and cast Terminate on our construct. Opponent plays out a Verdant. We will activate our desk on the end step, and we'll pick up a bolt, pick up another field. We will attack in for 2, and they do have a Bowmasters, pinging our construct, and we will bolt the Orc army. So if they do want to trade construct for Bowmaster, that's fine. And they do block here. Wait. I don't think they know how this works. Opponent? Opponents? We'll play out our field, and let's take out a Blood Crypt now, picking up a mountain. And opponent does have a Fable, so we'll fire off a Heat on their Shaman. Ooh, Fury. We'll play field and activate Den. I think that's better than getting them off of red here. Opponent loots away a Not Dead and a Terminate, playing out a Mount Doom into a Dothy Voidwalker. And a Demolition Field for us. We will fire off a field on Mount Doom, picking up a mountain, then play a Demolition Field and take out their Blood Crypt. And looks like opponent's out of basics. Then we'll attack in for 1. Opponent flips their Fable. Then they attack in for 3. They pass back doing nothing else. Oh, Cleansing Wildfire. All right, let's play out our Forest and then play a Fury out, killing their Fable and Dothy. Then we'll cast a Cleansing Wildfire on, I guess, the unique Swamp. And opponent fails to find again. This is such a fun deck. Opponent evokes out a Fury of their own, taking out our board. And no land for them. We will unearth our desk, sacrifice it. Cleansing Wildfire. Yes, sir. Goodbye, land. And opponent scoops it up. Yeehaw. Let's get on to sideboarding. And no changes. Game 2, we do have a turn 1 stone, but no red source. I'm going to keep it. It's definitely risky. Opponent goes turn 1 Blood Crypt into a Thoughtseize. Ah, they take our stone. Ooh, top deck a mountain. We'll play out Demolition Field. Opponent plays out a Marsh Flats. We find a stone anyways. We'll play that. Then play out a Demolition Field. Opponent fetches out a Swamp into a Fable. Ooh, Shadow Spear. Yeah, we will play that out. Play out a mountain and then stomp their Shaman. Opponent discards a land and a Bowmasters, playing a Marsh Flats, fetching out a Blood Crypt, and then playing a Grief. And they do take our Fury. Spyro is a good draw. We will activate Demolition Field, getting rid of one of their Blood Crypts. Then we'll play out our Urza's Saga and Cleansing Wildfire, their Blood Crypt. Finding an Unholy Heat. These are some good draws. Opponent flips their Fable and then plays another Grief. Taking our Spyro. I disagree with that take. Then they play a Bloodstained Mire and attack in for 3. And we top deck a Bolt. We'll fire off an Unholy Heat on the Reflection, then pass back. Opponent attacks in for 6. And on the end step, we'll make a construct. We find a Den. We will make another construct. And we'll pick up a desk, playing out our Den, and we'll attack in for 5. And that meets a Terminate. And while they're tapped out, let's just bolt a Grief down. Opponent plays out a Verdant and attacks in for 3. We find a Flame Slash. We will fire that off on the Grief, then attack in for 4. Then play out a Bone Crusher Giant. And opponent scoops it up. We are 4-0, haven't even dropped a game. Let's get on to match 5. Match 5, we are on the play, and our starting hand looks fine. We'll lead on turn 1 Den into a Shadow Spear. Opponent goes turn 1 Ink Moth into a Mishra's Bauble. This could be so many things, I have no clue. And we top deck a Bone Crusher. We will play out our Mountain and fire up a Cleansing Wildfire. Let's see if we get some info here. Forest. Probably Hard Scales then. Opponent plays out an Urza's Saga, and opponent plays out a Ballista, so we are up against Hardened Scales. And another Wildfire, so let's fire that off on their Saga. No basic? Oh my god! I love this deck. Let's play out a Den. Wait a moment. I have no clue what this is. Then they play out a Ravager into a Bauble. I'm still confused. Then they attack in for 1. Ooh. All right, let's fire off another Wildfire. Oh yes, more. Let's play our Demolition Field. I'm not sure if then we'll pass back, holding up Stomp. Opponent plays out an Uzula, and then they attack in for 2. And I think it's time to get rid of their basics, or all of their lands. Apologies. And we'll pick up a Forest here. Then evoke out our Fury, pitching our Bone Crusher Giant. And opponent skips it up. No, you could have a perfect board state. They would have no permanence. All right, let's get on to sideboarding. We're going to take out 4 Deaths, Spyfield Hazard, and 3 Slashes for 2 EEs, Haywire Myth, Pithy Needle, and 4 Cast into Fires. Game 2, our 7 looks quite strong. Opponent goes turn 1 Spire. We top deck a Saga, and we'll go turn 1 Mountain. Opponent plays out an Ink Moth Nexus into a Patchwork, and we top deck a Field. We will play out a Field, and then fire off a Cleansing Wildfire on, I guess, the Spire. And Haywire Might's a great draw. Opponent plays out a Besage into into a Hardened Scales, then plays out an Arcbound Ravager, then plays out a Hangerback Walker, just growing their Patchwork, which is now a 5/5. And we top deck a Bone Crusher. We will fire off a Feeling Slash on their Arcbound Ravager. Then we will play a Forest into a Haywire Might. Then opponent plays out a Cauldron into a Zabaz. Big yikes. Ugh, goodness gracious. We are so doomed. Yeah. I do not know how we won this game. All right, we will block the Patchwork, then sack our Haywire Might, killing their Cauldron, and they sacrifice it to their Zabaz. EE off the top. That's actually insane. All right, let's play out a field, play out our EE on 2, and I think we should blow it up now. And let's hope that they somehow cannot kill us with this Inkmoth Nexus. Then they play out a Cauldron, then they attack in for 6. When we top deck a Spyro, we will play out a Saga, and we'll pass back. And they do go to activate their Cauldron, so we will react to this by field ruining their Inkmoth, picking up a Mountain, and then double bolting their Zabaz. They top deck a Ravager. That's so good. And they activate their Cauldron now. Smart from them. And we top deck a land, so we will play out our Mountain, then we will play out our Spyro, discarding our Bone Crusher. 2 more lands, huge. And opponent plays out another Hardened Scales. And I am confused. They somehow gave this flying, and they, what? Am I missing something? Oh, they said the Cauldron. Okay, I missed it. And before they deal the damage, they activate Cauldron again, getting rid of a Haywire Might. So let's make a construct. Ooh, Demolition Field. We will make another construct, picking up a Haywire Might, and then we will activate that now, getting rid of their Cauldron. Then play out a Mountain, play our field, or activate our field, getting rid of, I guess, the Manamu, getting a Mountain, then attacking for 3, and they top deck a land. Wow, no attacks from the opponent. Ooh, Shadow Spear. Don't mind if we do. Then we'll play out our Demolition Field and bop their Spire, and we'll grab our last basic, huge, and then let's equip a construct. Oh, come on. Saga's such a good draw from them. Come on, spell. Fury works. Guess we'll attack him with everything. Yeah, and they do block our 4/4 construct. Then we will play out our Fury, killing their Ravager. And I think we're actually in a spot to win this now. If they didn't block, I was kind of screwed. Oh, do they want a modular? No. All right, let's equip Shadow Spear to the Fury. When opponent does nothing, we will attack in for a bunch of damage. I think they're actually dead here unless they have a spell. And opponent scoops it up. 10-0-5-0. What a showing. I'm gonna be honest, I really didn't expect this list to, wow me so much, but killing basics is so fun. Like, I'm just like, I can't even put into words how amazing this list felt. I really do think red mid-range is like one of the coolest archetypes, and I think it's one of the most underrated archetypes in the modern format. And I think this is another list that you could definitely play with. I still think I prefer the Obosh list because it has a little bit more aggressiveness to it. It's I don't know, it's just a little bit more consistent to me. I think this is a meta call. Like, there's not a lot of decks running a lot of basics. This is probably not going to be good forever, but in the current meta, this is quite powerful. But anyways, I hope you all enjoy the video. Please consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.